on the outskirts of a dream. By the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop like the rhythms of your grace, but it's just the lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light, just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every teardrop of rain turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. Under the shadow of an old oak tree where the whiskey carved your name next to mine, we watched the sun bleed into rocky plains as if the earth knew it cried for twilight time. The wind whispered secrets through the tall grass, your scarf danced like a wildflower dream. There on that porch time was a gentle pass in a quiet town where love was the theme. Carved on the bark of a fading heart, the trails of tears, the trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, a whiskey carved where my soul got caught. Now the oak stands alone against the raging storm, our names erased by the hands of rain. The cabin empty, the leather worn along the gravel roads where echoes retain. No laughter under the porch light, just silent shades, the scarf you left, now frayed and torn, each thread a tale of those sweet bygone days, faded like the fabric, weathered and worn. On the bark of a fading heart, the trails of tears, trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, oh whiskey carved, where my soul got caught. In the stillness of the night, I feel the pulse of old trails. Every star a step you took away from this fading tale. And the moon, oh the moon, where's your face in its pale light, guiding my dreams to where love once burned so bright. Oh, whiskey carved my heart, forever marked underneath the skies, where our old love sparks in the quiet of the leaving, in the solace of the dark. Oh, whiskey carved forever, you are my heart's stark mark. Whiskey carved in the soul of this lonely lark.
In the shadow of the oak, where river water's been, I first saw her silhouette as the evening light did win. Blue scarf in the breeze, like a flag without a claim. Those banks held our whispers, now they just hold my pain. River echoes, oh how they moan with secret soul, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry, the dreams we let slip. River echoes haunt me like old ship. Years rode away like dust on a gravel road, left an empty cabin where our love once flowed. Saddles worn and dusty, porch wood is split. Life's cruel sunsets taught me how to sit alone with it. River echoes, oh how they moan with secret soul, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry of dreams we let slip. River echoes haunt me like old ship. Underneath the vast, unyielding prairie sky, I reckon every lonesome star reflects an old goodbye. Wander in this quiet land where wild hearts roam, finding that you lose yourself and searching for a home. River echoes whisper through the sycamore, tales of what we had and the peace I yearn for more. With every setting sun and each lonesome moonlit night, those river echoes fill me, then slowly drift out of sight. In the echo of the West. In the shadow of the oak where the prairie winds blow, I found your scarf blue as the twilight glowed. We danced where the dandelions lost their seeds, whispering dreams like the rustling of the reeds. Those fields, they kissed the sky so wide, where you and I had nothing to hide. Oh, how the dandelion feel lingers in my heart, with every whispering wind feels like we're never apart. But the seasons turned, as did your touch, in the dandelion fields where I lost so much. Now the cabin's empty where laughter once rang, just the creak of old porches and doors that bang. The gravel roads where the marks of our past, and the trails we walked now fading fast, where we found love under the vast frontier. Only echoes remain, bringing the past too near. Oh, how the dandelion feel lingers in my soul, a memory etched in every gust it rolls. You left with the fall, with the last dandelion seed, in the fields of gold where my heart still bleeds. Saddle worn and dusty like the paths I roam, every sunset leads me farther, but never home. These lands vast and skies too wide can't hold the whispers of you that I confide. Oh, how the dandelion field lingers, a bittersweet refrain, in the quiet town under the soft, forgiving rain. I'm a shadow in the sunset, forever riding alone, through fields of memories, forever my own. Oh, the heartbreak is fresh as the morning dew, in the dandelion fields I'll always look for you.
Out beyond where the oak trees mark the line, by a dusty trail where old wooden wagon lies. Years have worn the paint, the wheels no longer turn, where we'd watch the sunset blaze and talk of dreams to earn. The wagon cries in the wind like it knows about the sin of letting go too soon under that silent silver moon. Echoes of her laugh in the shadows that it casts. This lonely heart just rides where the wagon cries. We had a cabin built of hope on a gravel road so fine. Her scarf still on the porch sways like she's still mine. But time like dust flew fast and the rain fell hard and cold. Now the path to what was home, just a memory grown old. A wagon cries in the wind like it mourns the love we'd been, holding on to the ghost of her whisper soft and close in the lies the tale of what stood. This wandering soul abides with wagon cries. Oh, these plains stretch wide, and the nights talk back, telling tales of the scarf, the oak and the shack. And every star a story, every breeze her sigh, on these endless roads where old lovers lie. Wagon cries in the wind, now it's just my weathered skin, feeling every crack and moan of a heart that's turned to stone. Yet this love won't cease, like the oak it finds its peace where the wild lands stretch wide. Under starry skies I ride with the wagon cries. Oh, the wagon cries.
Out where the oak tree marks our names, carved deep in bark, a heart aflame. Beneath its boughs we swore in vain, in wild lands where the wind speaks and whispers, that old porch where your laughter rang, a melody amidst the rustling plains. Now just a shadow under moon's wane, where a cracked frame lingers. Those days of dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Old ghosts walk these empty roads, through whispered pines and forgotten notes. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. The cabin stands on the ridge alone, its windows dark, its warmth unknown. Gravel roads reclaimed by thorn, echoes of our footsteps, now just echoes. That saddle hangs unweathered still, untouched by time against my will. Each dusk I trace the lonely hill, where memories like rivers softly. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Old ghosts walk these empty roads, through whispered pines and forgotten notes. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. And so I ride beneath the stars, guided by the night's soft scars, learning that love, like life, is sparred by time's ungentle, cruel hands. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, each sunset lost, each day is won. In this life where I must roam, I carry your love, my eternal home. The cracked frame lingers, but it's clear, in every whisper I feel you near. A cowboy's heart, lone but sincere, holding the memories I ride on alone.
Out where the oak tree
empty shadows lay along across the lane. I recall a cabin weathered by the wind and rain. Her laughter lived like wildfire, wild and uncontained. And in that flickering sunlight, her smile called my name. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly clang. Each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the silence speaks her name. Since her smile called my name, nothing's been the same. Underneath the porch light where we used to sit and dream, an empty rocking chair now sways a ghostly quiet scene. That dusty road we walked along, now just a fading trail. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, frayed and pale. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly claim. Each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the twilight feels so tame. Since her smile called my name, everything's changed. In the silence neath the stars, I feel her touch in the midnight rain. Each drop of memory falling softly mingle joy and pain. An old guitar plays slowly a melody of days when she was mine, echoing through the canyon like a lost, forgotten time. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice forever claims a part of my wandering soul on these endless open plains. Now every sunset's bittersweet, painted with her flame. Since her smile called my name, I've never been the same. Every trail I ride, every quiet night, her smile calls my name.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's bend, I found your scarf, the color of the sun's fiery end. Under that old tree, we carved our names that spring. Now only whispers and wind through the leaves gently sing. Oh, the trail fades in the dusk, love slipping through my grasp. Each sunset steals your laughter, every twilight our past. Lonely boots on gravel roads, where our dreams used to roam. These quiet towns bear witness, now I wander alone. The porch where we dance lies silent, boards bare, dust covers the saddle we shared, left in despair. Rain echoes on tin roofs like tears falling free. What once was our refuge, now a memory lost at sea. Oh, the trail fades in the dusk, love slipping through my grasp. Each sunset steals your laughter, every twilight our past. Lonely boots on ground towns bear witness, now I wander alone. Beneath the vast prairie sky, I confess to the stars. My heart roams wild lands where memories mar. Yet in every setting sun, your shadow in the glow haunts me like the melody of a forgotten banjo. Yes, the trail fades in the dusk, my love lost in the haze. Each twilight a reminder of those golden days. I carry this ache down the fading paths I tread. Beneath the cowboy's moon lies the heart you once led. Where the trail fades, where the trail fades, forever unsaid.
In the shadow of the oak stands a cabin old and warm, where the porch creaks neath my boots like it did when love was born. By the windowsill she left a faded blue bandana. Now it's just a dusty relic fighting time, just like its owner. The sun sank slow, painting bruises in the sky. Every hue a haunting whisper of a time that passed us by. And the sunset haunts with colors of your lap. Trails you blazed into my heart, now but old photographs. The wind sings low through the canyon, calls your name. Oh, the sunset haunts, but the memories remain. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode beside me, wild and free, on those endless gravel roads. Now the reins hang loose and the stirrups sway along. Echoes of the hooves are like a song that's barely known. Autumn rain on tin roofs plays a lonely plaintive sound. It's the rhythm of what's missing and the dreams that ran aground. And the sunset haunts with colors of your smile, gone the way of silent whispers and the miles. Cries soft through the willow, hangs the moon. Oh, the sunset haunts, and I'm aching for you soon. Underneath the open sky, the stars watch and they know how the heart keeps secret places where a lonely cowboy goes. In the quiet of the night, with the cold seeping through, I'm learning that some shadows are just forms of me and you. So the sunset haunts with traces of your eyes underneath the vast unending aching skies. The wind's a gentle hand, the dusk a soft embrace. Oh, the sunset haunts, in its beauty finds your face. Yes, the sunset haunts where the old love never dies.
Down by the creaking of old Tucker's Gate, where the oak tree shadows lie so still and wait. Your scarf blew wild, the color of the flame. There our laughter hung, not yet touched by pain. Mornings kissed by dew, your hand clung to mine in a town too small to hold your dreams in mine. Long ride said nothing, but the wind heard it all. The silence between us as the twilight would fall, haunted by the echoes of our last goodbye. The trail's gone cold under the bleeding sky. Long ride said nothing, with my heart in your hand, leaving just shadows in this undying land. The cabin stands empty where we used to sing, dust layers thick on your silver ring. Gravel roads whisper where you danced in the rain, fading footprints, all that remain. The porch still creaks, I hear it sway and moan, a testament to days forever flown. Long ride said nothing, but the wind heard it all. The silence between us as the twilight would fall, ghosted by the echoes of our last farewell. Each sunset a story I can't bear to tell. Long ride said nothing, with my heart in your hand, leaving just shadows in this undying land. Beneath the harvest moon I ride these tracks alone, each star a memory, a past overthrown. Could it be that the wild has swallowed your grace, or does the prairie wind still whisper your face? Long ride said nothing, but the wind knows my plea across the plains where my heart still sees thee. Maybe in another life under skies less gray, the long ride will speak what I needed to say. Long ride said nothing, and nothing's what I hold, a cowboy's tale in silence retold.
I've crossed the rivers, climbed the rise, watched red dust paint the evening skies. My boots wore thin from years gone by, chasing dreams I couldn't tie. The canyon winds all knew my name, so did the storm, so did the flame. I rode with ghosts, I rode alone, my only home was what I owned. But she was the sunset I found, burning gold where the hills fell down. She stood like peace in a world untrue, with eyes like dusk and a voice like dew. I'd seen the world from town to town, but nothing shook me, nothing profound, till she looked up without a sound. She was the sunset I finally found. She had a garden by her door, and boots too clean for riding war. Said she baked her bread by hand, and read old books she didn't plan. I tipped my hat and barely spoke. She laughed and handed me her cloak. Said, cowboy, rest your saddle bones, even legends need a home. She was the sunset I found, a fire that warmed my worn out crown. I'd seen the stars, I'd kissed the wind, but never knew where love had been. She pulled me close without a rope, no tricks, no games, no lines, no hope, just her and me in common ground. She was the sunset I found. I didn't ride to find a flame, but somehow she called out my name, and every mile I rode before led me straight to her front door. She was the sunset I found, a fire that warmed my worn out crown. I'd seen the stars, I'd kissed the wind, but never knew where love had been. She pulled me close without a rope, no tricks, no games, no lines, no hope, just her and me in common ground. She was the sunset I found. I didn't ride to find a flame, but somehow she called out my name, and every mile I rode before led me straight to her front door. world of noise, she made no sound, just stood there like the end of day, soft and fierce in a honeyed way. And if this road should call me gone, I'll take her light and ride on strong, but I'll always turn my heart around back to the sunset that I found.
In the shadow of the oak by the old wooden gate, where the sunset paints gold on her hair, we carved our names young and unafraid in the heart of a world without care. The breeze whispers secrets like a ghost in the night, under stars that now seem too far to reclaim. Every whisper of the wind, a memory of light, and the flame of what was just an ember remains. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down on the road where her laughter used to lay. Each drop's a tear from the clouds of my frown, as the dust turns to mud where we once lay. Morning sky, tell me why do these winds still call out her name? Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads wind empty, leading nowhere. That oak tree stands witness to the dreams we spun, its leaves now falling like the tears I shun. Where once was the warmth of her hand in mine, now just the cold grip of the passing time. The scarf she left, a token of her past, on the saddle lies faded as nothing can last. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down on the trails where we walk now overgrown. Each drop's a tear, and in their mirror I drown, searching for a shadow in the twilight throne. Morning sky, tell me why does this heart beat alone? Is it a curse or a blessing, the solitude I wear? A badge of the lost, or just a cross I bear? In every setting sun and rising moon, I find her smile in the night's soft croon. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come cold, washing away the tracks we once rode. But her whispers still linger in the breezy sigh under the morning sky, where my heart lies. Oh morning sky, until I die I'll walk these lands with her by my side.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the wind flew with her scarf so light across the plains to the night. We watched the sunset paint the skies, her laughter mingled with my sighs in that quiet town where time slows. Only the wind, it truly knows. Oh, the wind flew with my heart in tow through dusty trails where wildflowers grow. Her whisper haunts these empty streets, in every gust that my longing meets. These gravel roads, they know my sins, where love ended and life begins. Oh, the wind flew with a touch so kind, left me a shadow 2 steps behind. Now the porch swing sways, but it's worn and gray, remnants of rain from a bygone day. The cabin empty like the echo of her voice. In the silence my heart's devoid. Each sunset bleeds into starless nights, where once we dreamed beneath pale moonlight. That oak tree stands, but the names fade as time claims the promises we made. Oh, the wind flew with my dreams so wild, through rugged paths once walked as a child. Her whisper haunts these open gates, any shadow that my soul awaits. These fading trails, they curve and bend, where beginnings blurred into an end. Oh, the wind flew with her smile so bright, now I'm just a whisper in the night. If love is a journey through storms and calm, why does her memory serve as my balm? Across these lands my regrets are sown, underneath skies forever unknown. Oh, the wind flew and I tried to grasp the scent of her hair and our love's last gasp. Her whisper haunts this broken heart on lonely trails we're worlds apart. These quiet towns, they soak up my cries, where the wind flew with her goodbye. Oh, the wind flew and left me here, holding on to love forever near.
In the shadow of the oak, where whispers hang in the air, she laughed under sunbeams with the wind in her hair. Her scarf of faded blue danced like a creek's gentle sigh on that old wooden porch where we watched the world go by. Her goodbye closed her eyes in the land of waning light. Every sunset since then is a reminder of that night. The dust settles slowly where her laughter used to rise. Now every trail just echoes her goodbye. Cabin's empty, the door squeaks a mournful tune. Gravel roads lie untouched by the hooves beneath the moon. Where wildflowers nodded, only the lonely thistles thrive. Since the stars watched her close her eyes to our twilight. Her goodbye closed her eyes in the land of waning light. Every sunset since then is a reminder of that night. The dust settles slowly where her laughter used to rise. Now every trail just echoes her goodbye. I've ridden past the rivers, through the valleys deep and wide, found the plains
side. No saddle, no companion, just the horizon's endless cries. The world keeps turning, but I'm frozen in time. Her goodbye closed her eyes, and mine have never dried. Every sunset's just a picture where our past and pain collide. The dust settles slowly where her laughter used to rise. Forever on these trails I chase her goodbye.
In the shadow of an ancient oak, where whispers dance with the ghostly smoke, I found her scarf beneath the stars, faded blue like old guitars. It smelled of juniper and rain, took me back to where we once lain on a porch of weathered wood, in a sleepy town that understood. Oh, that scarf, it listened well to the dreams and tales we tell, wrapped in warmth under frontier skies, where love lived true in her emerald eyes. Now the wind carries away each thread like the words I never said, but her memory's a melody that rides the plains forever free. Years have rolled like a restless stream, and that old town's a faded dream, where gravel roads lead to empty homes, and my heart walks dusty lone alone. The oak has withered, lost its might, like my soul come each twilight. No more laughter from the rail, just the echo of her farewell. Yes, that scarf, it listened well to the love we can never quell. Now it's just a tattered grace, lost in the folds of time's embrace, while the sunset bleeds and cries over mountains where my heart lies. Her memory's a melody that haunts the hills endlessly. Scarf, the banner of the past, in the endless prairie vast. It's in the quiet of the pines, where solitude forever dines, that I find her whispered sighs, in the land where my old heart lies. Oh, that scarf, it knew it all, every rise before the fall. Now it's fraying at the seams, like the edges of my dreams. As the stars begin to peak, it's her voice in the wind I see. Her memory's a melody that rides the plains where I'm still free. The scarf still listens on every lonesome starlit night, holding all our lost loves tight beneath the endless, wandering skies. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, I first saw her smile in the springtime winds. We traced gravel roads where the blue bonnet slept, under stars that whispered secrets we promised to keep.
but the river band forgot the names of us two. Old porch swings empty, skies turn to mournful blue. Her scarf in my saddle, faded and worn, carries the scent of the love from which I'm torn. Years fell away like the leaves in the fall. Echoes of laughter drift through the old cabin's halls. Dusty boots by the door, waiting just for hers. Now I roam these empty trails, swallowed by the furs. The riverbend forgot the dreams we had planned. Silent are the meadows where we once laid hand in hand. Her scarf in my saddle, now threadbare and gray, holds the colors of our sunset, now faded away. By the riverside where the water meets the sky, I ponder on the wise, the truth in every lie. Heart heavy like the stones, washed smooth by time's flow, learning to let the river carry all I know. Yes, the riverband forgot, and maybe so should I. Let the water cleanse the soul under the vast forgiving sky. Her scarf in my saddle, I'll leave it by the shore, where memories flow onward and cowboys roam no more. With every setting sun and each rising moon, I'm closer to accepting that she won't be back soon. By the river band, where the old oak still stands, I'll remember her smile as I let go of her hands.
On the edge of Laramie, where the oaks grow wide and tall, found a cabin, walls of whispers in the shadows of the fall. She laughed under the porch light, scarf dancing with the breeze, her smile like a secret that brought me to my knees. But her smile hides like the sun behind the storm. In her eyes a quiet sorrow, a heart torn. Every sunset paints her shadow on the trail she used to roam, and her smile hides a love that never found its home. Years have turned the roads worn down, gravel turned to dust. That old porch now silent, boards giving way to rust. Oak leaves whisper stories in the winds of passing time, of the girl with eyes like fire and the boy she left behind. Her smile hides like the moon behind the cloud. In her laugh a longing buried, never loud. Now the cabin's empty echo plays the tune of faded dreams, where her smile hides and nothing's as it seems. Underneath the starlit expanse, I replay our lost chance as the prairie calls me forth with a whisper akin to lore. In the fabric of the land, I now understand
Love's a wild, untamed horse running its course. Her smile hides beneath the endless drifting skies. In her grace, a solitude that never dies. Every trail I wander, every dusty road I roam, brings me back to her smile, a love that never found its home. And in the quiet of the dawn, before the world wakes to move on, her smile hides in the heart of a cowboy forever drawn.
On the ridge where the oak trees shadow the dusty trail, my hat tipped low hid the eyes that once told tales. There's a scarf you left, it's faded red by the porch of pine. A whisper to the wind, your laugh trails off, no longer mine. But the hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting sun, like a curtain call closing tight, the hat said nothing but held your shadow in the light. There's an empty cabin where the gravel roads wear thin. I trace my steps, but they don't lead me back to where we begin. The saddle's worn, the leather cracks like the dry riverbed. Each stirrup swing a reminder of all the words we never said. The hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting sun, like a curtain call closing tight, the hat said nothing but held your shadow in the light. Underneath the weeping willow, I finally understand. The branches bow in sorrow to the rhythms of the land. Each leaf that falls, a memory lost to time and to youth, a silent testament to the quiet, enduring truth. The hat said nothing as twilight took its claim. Stars peering down, somehow knowing your name. In the quiet of the plains, where the cold whispers roam, the hat said nothing, but it whispered you home. And so it goes under the vast unyielding night. The hat says nothing, but feels everything in the fading light. In the whisper of the prairie, neath the endless dome of blue, I found a dusty cabin where the wild columbines grew. There we carved our names in oak trees as the sunset turned to gold. Your scarf caught in the breeze, dear, in the days of old.
tried to hide in the hush of lonesome wind. I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode. Gravel roads less traveled now with grassy overgrowth. Old porch creaks in silence, no more stories to unfold. Rain taps on the window, how cold this world has grown. Starry night flew with your laughter across the plain so wide. Now each star a silent witness to the tears I've tried to hide. In the hush of lonesome wind, I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. By the oak I stand alone, where once we danced till dawn. Each leaf a memory fading like the echo of a song. If time is a healer, it's a slow and silent thief, stealing every moment with this aching bittersweet. Starry night flew with your laughter, now just echoes in the breeze. I walk these empty cabins where your shadow used to tease. With every setting sun, I feel you slip away. Starry night holds my regrets in the twilight of my days. In the hush of dawn, 'neath the old oak sway, I found her scarf, blue as the new day. Memories flood like the creek after rain, of laughter shared on this dusty plain. She danced with the wind where the wildflowers lay, in a town too quiet where her shadow stays. Oh, her shadow stays, though she's gone away, in the corners of the night, in the edges of the day. On the old porch swing, I can hear her say, love like ours, darling, it never fades. But the wind's a cruel player with the games it plays. She's a fading trail, but her shadow stays. The old cabin stands on the gravel road, windows blank stare, bare stories untold. Where we once were fire, now's but ash and dust. Her laughter's echo, a ghostly gust. Echoes of footsteps in the sunset's blaze. She rode into the horizon, but her shadow stays. Yes, her shadow stays as the daylight frays, in the whisper of the leaves, in the silence of the grays. On the empty bed where the cool breeze plays, love finds its rest, darling, she sweet phrase, but my heart's left wandering through a lonesome maze. She's the song that ends, but a shadow stays. Now I roam these lands astray without a home, chasing echoes and a ghost in the twilight's comb, where the rivers sing and the mountains gaze. I look for her in the dawn's soft rays. Still a shadow stays in the quiet ways, in the rustle of the oaks where the old dog lays. As the night descends, as the cold air sways, love's a lasting light, darling, my heart conveys. Though I walk alone where the coyote brays, in the whispers of the wind, her shadow stays.